Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since I put a video up. I've just been super busy, but thankfully I have found so much stuff this past week. So what you're about to see in this video is footage from last week. I went to the bins on Monday, Wednesday, and I was able to record some of it, but unfortunately I was not able to record all of it. So the first part of the video would be, the footage from inside the bins. Everything else would be basically a show and tell from everything else that I was not able to record. So with that being said, let's start with the footage first. So starting off strong with the find of the month. If this is real, a Chanel boutique jacket. I've done all the research on it. It does seem completely authentic to me. I've seen comps on these go all over the place from 400, 800, over 1,000. So can't wait to get this listed. Now, I found that as soon as the doors opened. The doors opened, everybody rushed in, and that was the first thing I found. So everything else here just kind of seems downhill from there. But it's all good stuff in general. Starting with this aloe hoodie right here. Definitely a bit washed out, but definitely still has value. Now the Oakley Polo surprisingly actually have somewhat decent value, but we are heading out of spring and summer, so the value of these kind of things are going to start to take a little bit of a dive. Well, not a dive, more like a drop off. Anyways, now this was kind of funny to me, a Chick-fil-A jacket. Now believe it or not, some of these fast food brands will actually have decent demand for their merchandise, surprisingly. So I'm going to try and see what I can go for. These Lululemon pants actually already sold. So you're going to see throughout this video, some of this stuff has already sold. All of this right here was thrifted last Monday, so that took less than a week to sell. Now this Lacoste polo also very, very nice. Long sleeve. I don't find too many long sleeve Lacoste, honestly. And speaking of Lululemon, came across a jacket. I saw a couple people look at it and throw it back, but it's because they did not see a tag on it. However, I knew exactly where to look when I don't see a tag. There's always a good chance it could possibly be a Lululemon jacket, and I was right this time. FootJoy. Now, I just mentioned with the Oakley, we are heading out of spring and summer, so the value of these are going to slowly start to dip. But at the Goodwill bins, I'm not going to pass up on these. And speaking of which, FootJoy, but this one had the Titleist patch on it, and this one also has already sold. Yet another item from the bin that took less than a week to sell. But obviously, it was the Titleist patch that gave it its true value. And Peter Millar, we're going to stay on point here. Peter Millar, FootJoy, Oakley, these type of polo shirts are all in the same boat as far as starting to dip a bit. That one actually did have the Dr. Pepper logo on it. This one, however, thankfully had no print on it. It was just a plain Peter Millar shirt. So once again, yeah, about $15, $20. These Huck shorts, awesome find. Definitely in the $20 area. There's no doubt about that. So that should be a fairly fast flip as well. And these, or this LL Bean cashmere, I actually have, well, technically my girl found it, but I have sold one of these before, but it was a pink one. Now I got a blue one. And I mentioned we're heading into fall and winter. So this stuff, North Face vests and shirts and whatnot, and definitely Patagonia Cinchilla jackets. These things value will definitely be on the rise for sure as the months go on. So glad to find this one as well. Now I don't find affliction shirts that often, but when I do, I definitely pick them up, especially at the bins, because these things, even when they're all torn up, they actually still have value. And speaking of which, Sims, another shirt that already sold within less than a week. Sims is a great, strong brand for sure. Now look at this, a green tag. Green means $1 on sale, all right? A Harley Davidson, look at that print for $1. I am not passing that thing up. That was too amazing. And this Vince shirt here, only $1.99 at the regular thrift store. Like I said, I did go to the bins mostly last week, but I did stop at this one Goodwill. Haven't been here in a while. Yet again, another green tag for $1, an Oxford blazer. I just sold one of these last week. This was an amazing find. Just from that alone was some amazing stuff. And the rest of it, like I said, unfortunately, I was not able to film while I was in there to get it. But just to show what I got from Monday and Wednesday, is all in this bag here from the Goodwill bins. And man, it was crazy. And also, as you saw, some of the stuff I'm not going to be able to show because, well, it's already sold. Speaking of which, the first thing that I was going to show was actually sold this morning, which was from that haul last week, is this. If I can find the top, this thing is all, this folder, here we go. A Pendleton, I want to say a vest, cardigan, not sure what you would call it, button cardigan. Anyways, I got this last week as well, and it already sold this morning for, I believe it was $20. So that was awesome, very quick flip. Now that we're going into fall, stuff like Pendleton will be getting more in demand. I guess you can say that about almost, well, not any, but definitely most Pendleton items. Let's see. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Next thing I came across was this. Let me get on this side. Button down Carhartt shirt, but this is the fire resistant shirt, and these sell for a bit more than the standard Carhartt shirt. So that was awesome to find. I want to say these go for between 25 and 30, 35 on a good day, but most likely it's going to go in that 25, 30 area, which is fine with me. Next up is a brand that I don't really find that often. This polo shirt right here from the brand. Oh, here we go. John Varvatos. Now, this is not one of those brands where they're going to sell for 25 or 30. Realistically, something like this, maybe 20 at the most. But realistically, between the 15, 20 area. But, of course, this is all from the Goodwill bin. So anything above, I want to say 50. Like, okay, when it comes to the Goodwill bins, in my opinion, everybody's different. I think selling anything 15 and higher is a great sale. But let's be honest, if you're going to be a full-time reseller and if you're going to source mostly from the bins, you're going to have those items here and there that sell for like $10, $12, $13. It happens. It happens. Next up was this shirt from Pelagic. Now, this is obviously, as you can see how small it is. This is a youth shirt. So this is a great example to what I was just talking about. Something that might sell for like in the 13, 12 area. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I know how fast it will sell. Even though we're kind of getting out of the summertime. But that's not going to stop people from going out fishing, let's be honest. All right. Next up here is, what do we have here? Okay. Now, normally I would have left this behind. It's just a cashmere sweater from a brand I've never even heard of. I think it's called C3 Cashmere. The reason I picked it up, though, is because on the sleeve, as you can see, it's got this nice floral design to it. And I figured that's going to be enough to sell it. If it was just a plain cashmere sweater, I probably would have left it behind, like I mentioned. But I am trying to get people's attention with the floral design. That's, I think, the main selling point for that one. Let's see what else we have here. And like I mentioned, now that we're going into fall/winter, well, winter a little bit further down the road, but stuff like this is going to start coming back in demand, which is the North Face, a soft shell jacket. This is a women's, I believe. Yeah, a women's extra large. So stuff like this will slowly start coming back into demand. That is for sure. All right, let's see here. Now this one was funny because I saw someone looking at this, right? They're looking at it, and of course they saw no tag. They looked up down and threw it back. So when I took a look at it, I saw no tag. It's not a guarantee just because you don't see a tag, but I want to say more often than you would think. Whenever I see something with no tag on it, and I go looking around, I find a tag, just not the kind of tag that most people are used to seeing. Right there, a Lululemon jacket. The first thing I saw, honestly, wasn't even that logo. The first thing I saw was on the zipper, which is even smaller. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. But if you see right there on the zipper, there's a Lululemon logo, and that's how I found it. So I immediately threw this in my bag. But I want to say this has to be like, what, size 2? How small is size 4? I don't remember the size, but I know it's in the pocket. And speaking of, I actually saw somebody throw this back. Obviously, I did not know what it was at the time, but when I looked closer at it, it is a FootJoy polo. Now, like I mentioned, we're going out of spring and summer and all that. We're going to fall, winter. Unfortunately, stuff like this, the demand is going to start to slide. Not plummet, all right? It's not going to plummet, but it's going to slowly start to slide down. So I will be still picking that stuff up at the bins. I'm not going to be picking that stuff up at like regular Goodwills and thrift stores and whatnot. Now this was awesome. This Affliction shirt is, I think I found Affliction, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 times, and it's always in rough shape no matter what. But this is one of the better condition Affliction shirts. And let's be honest, this thing is covered from head to toe with designs and logos and whatnot. And it's a size extra large. Yeah, as you can see on the collar and everything, it's kind of chewed up a little bit. But in general, for an Affliction shirt, this is actually not that bad, compared to most Affliction shirts out there, at the bins anyways. All right. Now this also made me laugh when I got it because when they had rolled out the new bin, I only saw one thing sticking out. Now this is just hard to unfold in general, but it's one of those tank tops, where it makes like that X in the back, but you got to put it on a certain way. This was a pain when I was listing it, trying to unfold it the proper way. But when they rolled out the new bin, what I had saw first, and the only thing I saw sticking out, there it is. This was the only thing I saw sticking out, and I just grabbed it as fast as I could. Another Lululemon logo. So I think it's called, I can't remember. I think it's called the Too Fast tank. I did, used Google Lens. It did find it for me, but I cannot remember the specific name. But that was an awesome, awesome find. Speaking of which, now I thought this would be more valuable when I found it. After I washed it, I was hoping it would have made it look a little bit better, but it's still pretty washed out in general. But it is a vintage Disney sleeping onesie, nightie, whatever you want to call it. It is a one size fit all. Yeah, from the Disney store. The ones like I said, when I saw this, for some reason I thought it was going to be like $50, $60, something crazy. But when I saw the comps online, they were only going for like in the 30 area, which is okay, considering the bins. But still, I really had higher hopes for that one. But it's all good. Yep. Whoa, another polo from the brand Harley Davidson. Now, unfortunately, the Harley Davidson shirts and polo shirts that look like this are probably some of the hardest to move because they don't really scream Harley Davidson. And I think you guys know what I mean. There's no huge logo. There's no motorcycle design. Those move much better than the plain ones like this. So that one, I would not be surprised if I'm sitting on that one for like a good month, maybe even 2, before it actually moves. All right, a nice little bread and butter for myself. The Charter Club 2-ply cashmere V-neck sweater. And like I said, once again, we're going back into fall, so these are going to be slightly on the rise. That's for sure. Let's see here. Okay, so when I got these, okay, I had the intention on one thing. These dress pants right here are from the brand, see if it pops up, Hugo Boss. Now, you could sell these on their own if you wanted to. You might maybe get 20, that's for sure. But I actually have, I think, 3 or 4 Hugo Boss blazers, black blazers, that these could potentially match with. So I might put these with one of the blazers, revise the listing and charge a bit more now that I got the pants to go with it. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I saw this in the bin for a little while and I ignored it because I saw the logo. I really assumed that was Tommy Bahama at first. And then when I was, moving stuff around and I saw the back, I saw that. I said, oh, never mind. That's not Tommy Bahama. That is a women's pelagic. And just for anybody wondering how to tell the difference between men and women's, the women's will have that heart shape, which I noticed that with a lot of clothing brands. If you ever see pelagic and it's got the heart with the hooks, that means it's obviously a women's brand, women's item, which is just a performance shirt with a little hood on it, so a hooded shirt. The polyester one, so that one, I want to say same deal, 20, 25 at the most. And even then, that's kind of reaching. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Now this one actually, before I get into it, I do want to thank Marcus from Dixon's Pickens, because when I saw his videos, which I've been watching a lot more of those lately, I saw him mention these a lot. These polo shirts with the big pony on them. I'm just going to show their big pony. So when I saw that and the number on the side, so when I saw this, immediately I grabbed it, threw it in my bag, and just kept on thrifting. I did not screen it properly, which is something I rarely do. Once in a while I'll do that, and I should have done that because I did not notice that this is actually a children's extra large. I really thought it was like a men's small or a women's medium or something like that when I first saw it. Unfortunately, the kids versions of these do not sell as well as the adults. But I'm still going to try to sell it. I'll try to get 15. But if somebody offers me 10 on that, trust me, I'll definitely take it just to keep it moving. But like I said, thanks to Marcus for that. And what's crazier is that I have seen so many of those since I've been to the bins, this whole reselling thing. I've come across so many Big Pony, Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. No idea. Had no idea. Now, this is another item I'm talking about that I wouldn't be surprised that if I only sell it for like $13, $12. Just a basic little women's North Face shirt. I think this is a base layer, or something like that. What was the back on the side? Yeah, Vapor Wiki. I think it's like those workout shirts. But anyways, if somebody only offers like $13, $15 for that, trust me, I will take that without hesitation. Now, this one right here is awesome and bad at the same time, I guess you could say. This one, I was honestly debating about whether I should keep it or not. Not keep it for myself, but I mean like keep it to resell, which is this vintage Christian Dior women's blazer to go along with that Chanel jacket that I found. Just awesome. But anyways, when I saw this one, I'm thinking, oh my God, look, I found another one. This is crazy. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to show on camera. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's right there. My bad. Wrong side. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there we go. It's got a big, it looks like a coffee stain almost on the top. And that is just too bad. However, with that being said, I figure even with that stain on there, or not a stain, I'm going to assume it's a spot. Even with that on there, I'm going to assume that this still has some value to it, just obviously not as much. Now, to be fair, I could always go dry clean it and see what happens, but I really don't want to put money into something that I'm trying to sell because I don't know what will happen. So I'm going to try to sell it as is at a much lower price, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Another cashmere, another Neiman Marcus. This was a size small. Yeah, definitely a size small, that's for sure. But this one, however, I don't know if the camera's showing or not. This one is extra fuzzy. Not pilling, just extra fuzzy. So I'm going to mention that in the description. I almost didn't take it because of that. Most people don't want their cashmere to look like this, like all like fuzzy on the outside and everything. They want it smooth and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with this one. All right, let's see here. All right. I'm finding these a lot more and more this month, 5/11. It's like I'll find one and then I'll sell one, and then I'll find one 2 days later, and they sell, and then that one sells. So it's like every time I sell one, I find another one to replace it. So I'm not complaining though. I'm not complaining. Let's see, next up, yet another T-shirt from Pelagic. I think this was an extra large, I believe. Yeah, men's extra large, black shirt with a little, almost looks like the Jamaican colors going on. But yeah, so that is, I'm going to say worth between, yeah, about 20. That sounds right. All right, next up is the brand. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but I'm sure we've all seen that brand before. Alfani, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But I never picked the brand up because it's not that strong of a brand in general. But this one is 100% silk. And I just wanted to see, honestly, how strong silk is compared to like 100% linen, 100% cashmere. So I decided to pick that up and see how good it can really do. And once again, shout out to Marcus from Dixon's Pickens for this one as well. I saw this in one of his recent videos. This one is a pullover hoodie from the brand Guinness. And this one actually has the Gaelic print on it. So I think it was a size extra large, or large, I believe. Yes, size extra large. Now, the comps were not like super crazy or anything, but I want to see if I can actually sell this for a decent amount. If I can sell it for like $25.20, I will be more than satisfied with that one. Let's see. And I did just mention as well for Pendleton that now we're going into fall. Something like this will slowly gain value, even though the collar is falling down, fell down. But yeah, so something like this would definitely gain value as the fall season comes into play. Like I said, this is Pendleton, even though the tag right there, you see, is loose, but hanging on by a thread. So if I can sell this one just like I did the first one for like 20, 25, trust me, I'll be more than happy. Next up is, now I actually have sold one of these before, way when I first started reselling. This is a mock neck full zip from Starbucks, and I can tell you right now, I'm sure most of you guys already know, Starbucks has a strong following as far as their merchandise goes. Now, I really wish it had like a really big, bold Starbucks thing going on. That would have been amazing. But even still, something like this, I'll aim for the $20 area, and we'll see what happens. So, fingers crossed on that one. And like I said, it's a jacket, and we are heading into the fall/winter season. Let's see, next up is these pants. I'm surprised a lot of people were passing on. Really surprised, because by the time I got to this bin, it had already been gone through. I don't know if someone missed it or if it got buried. I don't know. But this is True Religion that is still new with tag in an amazing shape. Size 36, I believe it. Yeah, size 36. I don't know. I can't get the whole thing on camera on the screen, but it's a very big pair of pants. And when I looked at the comps, these comps were actually pretty decent. All these were going like in the 50 area. So I'm going to aim for that as well. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I was really surprised everybody was passing on that. Or like I said, maybe they didn't notice. I don't know. Let's see here. Next up was, I actually thought this was fake when I first saw it. And so I did a little bit of research. But this is the Haymaker Lacoste from the, I believe it was the 70s or the 80s. And because I thought it was fake because the gator was white. And I had never seen something like that before. and it is a very small shirt. I honestly I thought it was a kid's at first, but it's not. This is a women's shirt, and it's got cotton polyester, which most Lacoste nowadays just have cotton. So that's why I thought it was fake again. But anyways, these once again, also these the Haymaker Lacoste vintage go for in the 30-40 area. Just crazy to me. So happy to find that one. All right, almost done, guys. Almost done. Just bear with me. This one I had picked up because, well, first of all, it's not in that great condition. As you can see, the back it is starting to peel a bit on the sides. But I figure I could definitely sell this for something like in the 15 area, maybe even 10. But the reason I picked it up is because this was one of the items that I decided to pick up that was going to pay for the whole, not the whole haul, but help pay for the haul. Because that, as well as this one, was going to help pay for the whole haul. This is I think a 2XL Salt Life long sleeve shirt with this print on the back. I like that print. That is a cool looking print. Now, being here in Florida, I find a lot, and I mean so much, Salt Life shirts. They're always like in really bad condition. This one actually wasn't that bad. I want to say because of the size, the color, the design, everything. That one might go in the 2025 area. So hopeful for that one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. A women's. Oh, there we go. Women's shirt from Ariat. Not sure you pronounce it fully. Nothing crazy here. This one probably once again only go for the 15-20 area, but still, the more of it you get, you know, like any reseller would say, the more you get, it will add up. It will add up. It will add up. It will add up. Now, I've been seeing this pop up on a lot of resellers' YouTube videos, and I said, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. Let me see if I can try to sell one of these. It is a scrub top from Grey's Anatomy by Barco Edge. You know, all the little details. I'm going to see what I can do with this. I will be shocked if I can sell this one within a week. So we will see. Never picked up a Grey's Anatomy shirt before. That's the first for me. Let's see here. Okay. This is one of my most bread and butter pieces. I just find so much Lacoste and it sells fairly quickly. The size tag, unfortunately, was missing on this one, but that's okay. I have measured Lacoste so many times. I already knew this was like a size 6 or 8. So something like this could definitely sell also in the 2025 area. Alright, let's see here. And alright. Last but not least, the end of the haul. Finally. These pants right here from Hugo Boss, but this is the Hugo Boss Sport line. Not definitely anything too crazy. I mean, they definitely are a bit sun faded, as you can see. Well, I don't know if this camera's picking up too well, but anyways, they are a bit washed out. So I want to say realistically something like this also 15-20, but as I just mentioned, stuff like that will add up. So anyways, guys, I do also want to say that haul in general was crazy, but I actually did go thrifting yesterday as well as today. I went back to bins today and found an equally crazy haul. So I can't wait to record that video and put that up sometime this week. So guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I know it was a long video. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.